this next step, just to kind of review what we've already done, you took your sketch, you enlarged your sketch onto a piece of tag board, you then drew it and then cut it out, and now you're left with a stencil. Now, you can use this stencil in one of two ways. You can either use this stencil, or you can use the negative image, okay? So you can use this as your stencil, or you can use this in your stencil. For the purpose of this project, I'm going to show you how to use both of them. They're pretty much the same thing. The other thing that I'm going to be doing that you should not be doing is I'm going to do this in marker so you can see what I'm doing. Now, what I'm going to do, I would do this in pencil. Just make sure you do that. Now, if you look here, these are a few projects that are already finished. Notice here that these are overlapping. The key to this project is not just your logo, but I want your logo to overlap, and then what you do is you combine the two colors. So, for example, you've got a red logo here, you've got a blue logo here. Where the two overlap, it's now purple. You've got a blue logo here, you got a yellow one here, where it overlaps, it's green. You've got a yellow one here, you've got an orange one here, where they overlap, it's yellow-orange, okay? You can have outliers that don't overlap any, that's fine with me, but you need at least a few sets that are going to overlap each other. You can see they did the same thing here. Yellow and blue make green, okay? Blue and red make purple. So you need to make sure that when you are tracing these, that they are overlapping. How many do you need? You need to draw at least 6 versions of your logo, and they need to overlap with another one. So you only want to overlap with one other one. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So you have a total of, think of it as 3 pairs. So 2, 2, and 2. They have to overlap. All right? Can they overlap a third time? Absolutely, but at least 2. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start tracing this one. Does the entire logo have to be on the page? No. So I'm going to have half my logo out here, and I'm going to go ahead and start tracing this. Okay, so that's one logo traced, done. What I need now is I'm going to draw another logo, and it has to overlap this one. So I'm going to come over here and notice these two now are overlapping in places. The entire thing doesn't have to overlap, just part of it has to overlap. So now I've got 1, 2 logos, and they overlap. You don't want to overlap a third one. Don't put another one on top of this. If you're going to have this one overlap, you can do this. I'm going to make my other logo over here, and it's going to overlap this one, but don't have it overlap 2 at the same time. So I'm going to make another logo right over here. So at this point, I have 3 logos and only 2 sets. Once again, remember, you have to have at least 6 of these. So now I've got 1, 2, 3. All right, I need to make 3 more. So this one I'm going to put over here. I'm going to have this one overlap this one. There we go. So this one overlaps this one overlaps this one, and then just so happens that this one overlaps here. So now I'm going to do my last one. This is it. I can do an outlier over here that's not going to overlap anybody. Okay, and then I'll have this one overlap just a little hair over here. Again, look, like almost the entirety of my logo is not on this, just a little bit. Now, if you want to, you can use the negative image, meaning that you would just use this instead. Either one of them is fine. They both work exactly the same. Neither one is the right way or the wrong way to do it. So, this is what I have. Notice I need to have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all overlapping another one, okay? They have to be overlapping. You don't want sets of 3, meaning I wouldn't want to take another one, put it right on top of there, and have 3 overlapping in the same spot. I've got this one, 1, 2, overlapping, 1, 2, overlapping, 1, 2, overlapping, 1, 2. Okay, don't have 3 overlapping on top of each other. All right? Okay, so that's it. That is the next step, is you are going to go ahead and just trace. At this point, put your project away, because the next step is we're going to go over colors.